Hello Internet, welcome back to our Magiclysm playthrough. Last many episodes we've been working on our vehicle. Last episode we did reposition our tires, we got all of our forge tools squared away, and we began crafting our reinforced glass for our windshield. Now it turns out we're going to need a whole lot more in order to make a reinforced windshield. And I don't know if it's worth it. I think, on the very off chance that it saves our life down the road, it seems like we should do it. We're doing a lot of vehicle work. It is tedious. It is a lot of crafting. But I think that if there's even a small chance that this thing saves us from a bullet or a rocket or whatever down the road, that is how most of my characters die. We should give it a go. We should take the time to try and give ourselves the best chance possible of surviving down the road. So I do think we're going to harvest a lot of glass. Why don't we eat something, drink something? We'll turn on our metabolic interchange because we're running low on battery power. We are out of meat. Why don't we throw together some cracklins because we do have a lot of cracklins. I'm tempted to check our health stat as I have done a few times, but it feels kind of cheaty to know what your health stat is. There for a while we were having a lot of issues with our health stats, so it seemed perfectly fine to check in on it. But, we're doing okay. I don't think we need to check it, and it's like checking it is using the debug menu, so I don't necessarily want to do that. Running very low on wood as well. We're going to need to make a wood run here in the near future. We did manage to finish the cracklin, however, without any issue. 63, I don't know if that's enough. Our liver has gone rotten. Should have cooked and ate that when we had the opportunity. We'll eat a crap ton of cracklins, and we will go, you know what, I'm tired of not having a water source. We're going to go ahead and boil some water while we're here. Can't go in this side of the vehicle currently. Yes, I can. I can walk through the tires. Let's grab, so this would have been the rear. This would be tools. This would be miscellaneous, so the gallons should be here. Grab a gallon jug. We will siphon from the vehicle tank, pour into the gallon jug. Oh, we don't have an empty jug now. Okay, well, we'll grab a gallon jug. I don't want to make all of it at once because I think our wood pile will run out and then we'll have partially crafted water and have to go on a wood run, which will piss me off. So we're just going to make a little bit for the moment. We'll make 6. Takes 11 minutes. No longer have a nearby fire and can't continue crafting. You filthy, filthy son of a... Oh, I hate you so much. Let's go ahead and grab, let's turn on our metabolic interchange before I forget. Turn that baby on. We can turn off the torsion ratchet because we'll get a lot from the calories. Cranial flashlight, also not super necessary at the moment. Let's go ahead and wield our, what are we wielding? Nothing. Wield our crowbar. Let's go fetch some wood. We have a fence here. I guess we could just take down the fence. And it smashes profoundly easy compared to all the other stuff we've tried smashing and failing miserably. So go ahead and smash all this. We'll gather up all this wood and we'll take this inside. I don't know how much wood we really got from that, but oh no, we picked up a corpse along the way, which is slowing us down. Let's go ahead and move. Oh, we picked up a ton of stuff. Let's move the planks. 24 is all we got out of that. And some sticks. Splintered wood, there we go. A little bit of something there. Not a lot though. Go ahead and we'll haul this up to the wood pile and we'll finish our water. Go ahead, start the fire. Oh, what's going on with me? It's Thursday, which is like the worst day of the week for me for work. Work on craft. Oh no, it's not. It's Wednesday, but when I go to work tonight, it technically early this morning, early tomorrow morning at 2 a.m. when I go to work, it will be Thursday, which means I'm doing my Thursday job, which is like the worst job of the week, if I'm being honest. It's I can't even explain why it sucks. It just sucks. It's the worst day of the week. I often hate going to work on Thursdays for that exact reason. We really can't carry these with us. I'm hesitant to drop them because I'm worried I will forget that they're there. And then we'll leave without our gallon jugs. There are obviously gallon jugs other places in the game, but I do like holding on to them. Sheet metal, chunk of steel, what else can go? We don't need the jack anymore. We'll go ahead and dump that where our tools are. Although we're going to pull all this stuff out anyway. Man, look at this raggedy freaking vehicle. Let's go. What was I going to do? I was going to harvest. Do we have the flashlight off? We do. We're tired now. I guess we'll just start harvesting glass. Because what else are we going to do? I mean, I guess we would sleep. Man, it even kind of takes a long time to remove the glass, huh? Yeah, Thursday is like my least favorite work day, for sure. And it just kind of, just slows everything down. Slows everything down and makes it... It's not even that it's super bad. It's just that I got in my head at some point during my job that it's bad. And so now every Thursday, even if the route turns out to be just fine, if I end up getting done early or whatever. So I drive for a living. I make deliveries, basically. Hit gas stations and various other stores and things. And make drop-offs and pickups and tally numbers and stuff like that. And, even if it's not a bad route, actually, even if it turns out perfectly fine, it's that I got it in my head that it sucks. So now, even if it's okay, it still sucks because I'm kind of anxious about it. And then I go to work and I'm like, man, today's going to be miserable. And then, of course, it turns out to be not very good because I have it already in my head that it's not going to be good. So I think this will do. We'll head back and we will sleep. It's 8:30 in the morning. Yeah, because these crafts are going to take us several hours to complete crafting. Maybe we'll only do a little bit and then we'll swap to doing something else just to keep the gameplay moving a little bit so it's a little bit more interesting. So we'll head in here and we'll go to sleep. Yes, sleep away. Enjoy your sleep, my friend. What else? Well, the last episode I recorded, I actually had nothing wrong with the episode. Usually when something goes wrong, you probably can hear my pen in the background sometimes. I mark down on a notepad anytime that I, sniffle or burp or cough or clear my throat or whatever. Or if there's like a really long pause where I'm reading something and it kind of comes out like, 5 seconds of downtime. I mark it down on a notepad. But last episode, I didn't have anything to mark down, which is either an indicator that I'm getting better at YouTube and I don't cough and sneeze and sniffle as much, which seems really unlikely, or more likely, I missed something and didn't write it down, so the last episode might have a cough in it or something like that. Although, to be fair, really no one is watching this content. No disrespect to you, viewer. I'm glad you're here. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe because you love me. But nobody's really watching. I'm getting more views and stuff on my Tome series now than I am on my Cataclysm stuff, which is a real bummer because Cataclysm is far and away my favorite thing to play. I probably am getting a little bit better at YouTube, So what bothers me when I watch, can we get how much glass do we get? Can we disassemble a glass wall? We can't. Okay. And smashing it just gives. Okay. Why don't we'll continue harvesting some glass, I think, for the moment. You have a lot of glass. Look at you big boy with all your glass. What kind of engine do you have? Diesel. See, I want to put a stronger engine in our car. Probably a gas-powered one because gas is more plentiful than diesel. However, the diesel engines do output more power. So it's like, is it more prudent to have fuel availability or is it better to have a more powerful engine? And I think I usually go gasoline. Maybe we will try a diesel engine. Presumably, 2.8 liter V6 is powerful enough to move this giant bus full of people and things. So that's where I would default to. The other opportunity would be this truck here, which has a gas engine, which is also a 2.8 liter V6, but is gasoline. So I think we would want this engine. It is faulty. We need a starter motor, which is a tiny electric motor, I think. Small electric motor. We have not been collecting them. Small electric motor. Fridges. No. Let's deconstruct a fridge. Let's take a look at this since I'm easily distracted. Yeah, I watch other YouTubers and Twitch streamers, and sometimes, there's Calypso music from outside. I think that's like the snow cone person. I don't know what Calypso has to do with snow cones. Tiny electric motor is in a fridge. You would think it would be small. Tiny seems very... Are the motors in a fridge that small, really? Let's check a freezer as well. I imagine it's the same. We did deconstruct them before, so there should be a pile here. Also tiny. Where would we get a small electric motor? Scooters, I think, is where... Man, that Calypso music is freaking loud. Can you hear that? Of course you can. It sounds like it's right here. I don't know what Calypso music has to do with... Like, I don't know what steel drums have to do with ice cream, but... Whatever. My God. Okay, I'm just going to stop because it's so distracting. I'll be back. Okay, the music has faded into the distance. Unfortunately, in the last playthrough when we needed a small electric motor, I believe we harvested it from an electric scooter. We have not seen one of those in this playthrough. So I do not know where we could possibly source a small electric motor. So I think that engine is currently out for us. That's not going to work for us. What I will do... Zombie. Let's get our SIG out. We are going up to an area where we haven't been in a long time. There may be some zombie density. Obviously, the brainless is not really a concern. We will kill him just so we don't get interrupts. Why don't we close ranks with him? I know we have a ton of ammunition, but I have been going through it faster than I would have expected. So we're going to be a little, you know, just a little bit trying to conserve our ammunition. Let's check this fire engine. Oh, hello, tiny horde. I see you. Multiples. You're moderately injured? Okay. Oh, you know what? I never reloaded this. We probably only have like 3 rounds left. Kill. We'll put you down as well. Just any second now. There we go. Smash. I highly doubt you have anything valuable on you. In fact, yeah, you look all to be revived. They must have been fighting something out here. I don't know what they would have been fighting. So we're going to check this. I assume this is diesel. It is not. It is gasoline, 4.5 liter V8 engine. That sounds way better than the engine in the big truck. Like the engine in the big truck was a V6. This is a V8. I don't know what those numbers mean. I think, isn't that the number of cylinders, right? Like pistons and things in the engine. So presumably 8 is better than 6. And then 4.5 liter... versus 2.8 or whatever the other one was. I think liter refers to the displacement of the engine. Like if you were to dump it in water, it takes up 4.5 liters, I believe is what that means. So presumably this engine is both larger and more powerful than the other engine, although I have no real knowledge to back that up. That's just me piecing together all the little conversations I've heard over the years about cars and things that I don't really pay attention to. Unfortunately, it does not have any gas in it. No, it does have gas in it. It does not have wheels. So we can't drive this down to our vehicle. We could potentially drive our vehicle up here, although that seems unlikely given its current state. I don't know if it's really drivable. It would be nice to harvest that engine. We probably will at some point. We also want to get floodlights off that vehicle, which I should have done when I was up there. But for now, no engine. We have glass. Let's just make some more of the glass, I guess. Reinforced. Once again, let's move towards the workbench and try reinforced. And we'll make... Okay, a sheet requires 4. These are 3 liters each. Let's make... Why can't we make... We need wires. Okay. Wires are not super easy to come by. Thankfully, we do have a chain link fence right here. Let's reload our gun while I'm thinking about it, because I will forget, and we will inevitably get our butts shot off. Can we reload the SIG? You don't have any 5.56? Maybe this pile? SIG? You don't have any 5.56? Maybe this pile? Here we go. Reload the SIG. Yes. 5,000 rounds. Yeah, maybe I'm silly for worrying about it. 5,000 rounds will go a long way for us. We killed that one skeletal juggernaut, and it took about 30 rounds, and it made me go, oh, maybe I should be a little more careful with my ammunition. Right, wires. Let's grab some more wires. Yeah, I watch other Twitch people, and it's like, I mean, I'm sure I just completely jumped topics because I don't remember what I was talking about. But yeah, I watch Twitch, and like, people will not talk. Like, streamers will not talk for a full 10 or 15 seconds. that really, really irritates me. If I'm watching something, it's usually in the background. I don't usually sit and watch Twitch because I don't find it that much fun to watch someone else play a game unless it's something that's brand new and I really want to. I can't afford to play it. Like I watch people play Resident Evil, the new Resident Evil 2 remake or remaster or whatever you call that, because I knew I didn't have the $60 or whatever dollars to spend on it. And I really enjoy the Resident Evil franchise, so I thought I'll just watch, I think Markiplier played a little bit of it, Northern Lion played a little bit of it, and that was fun to watch them play. But mostly I don't watch those things. Reinforced, that's not how you spell that. Reinforced, we're going to make panes. We're going to go 4, I think, because if we make 4, it's at 12 liters, which should fit on our workbench. I don't know how big the workbench is, but 12 liters should fit. So we're going to do that, because it will speed up our work time. Work on what? Not enough space on the workbench. You drop the pane into the ground. God, I hate you so much. And we're gonna lose the light. Okay, you put the pane on the workbench. So the finished pane fits on the workbench. I don't understand. Is something on the workbench? Get items. There's nothing on the workbench, so why did it say it could not fit on the workbench? Go back. Not enough space on the workbench. You drop the in-progress pane of reinforced glass 4 to the ground. Why? The finished product fit right on the workbench. We're going to make them in smaller batches. Well, it just depends. Let's drop these out here. Let me look at glass. Okay, reinforced glass. 1 pane, 20 minutes. It does not seem to have a time reduction based on how many we're crafting, so we can craft them in smaller batches without losing anything. We're going to turn off the metabolic interchange. We're at full. We're going to turn on our cranial flashlight while I'm thinking about it, and we're going to craft just 2 at a time, I guess. Pane of reinforced glass. We'll go 2. Arc welder. Not enough space on the workbench. That makes me angry. What's the point of the workbench if it can't handle 2 panes of glass? So that pisses me off. Let's, they're not that big. They're 6 liters finished. I don't understand. Let's come over here. Let's craft. Let's do it again. Dispose, store in inventory. Now stop partway through. I want to look at this item. It takes 33 liters. I don't understand. Maybe it's the cumulative volume of all the pieces going into it. Why would it have a volume of 33 liters? 6% complete. I do not understand. It is frustrating to me. What was I talking about? Stop being angry. What is I talking about? Twitch, yes. So I watch Twitch occasionally. And when I do, it's usually in the background while I'm doing other things. I don't actually sit and watch very often. It's mostly, I just want to hear somebody's voice in the background or whatever. And so it's like, sometimes when I'm watching, they stop talking for 10, 15, 20 seconds. Some people take even longer than that. Some people eat on camera, which I think is like super unprofessional. And like, there's just so many times when I'm watching Twitch or whatever, or even YouTube sometimes, where people just stop talking for long periods of time, and it irritates me a lot. Maybe it's just a pet peeve. Maybe I'm too sensitive. I don't know. But like, that really bothers me. And so I try really hard in my commentary to talk uninterrupted for pretty much the entirety of the video, where I don't pause for more than maybe 2 seconds at a time. If it's more than 2 seconds, I start to really like, oh man, I got to cut that, and I'll mark it down so I can edit it out later. And of course, once I start streaming, that's not really going to be an option because it's live, and there are going to be times when you need to pause your mic or whatever, but it's a lot less forgivable on YouTube. On Twitch, it irritates me, but I get it. You somebody calls your name, or you have to look at your phone or something, and you go 8-10 seconds without responding. But like, on YouTube, there's really no excuse for that. So, what do we want to do? We have a lot of glass at this point. 13 panes. That's enough for some reinforced sheets. Why don't we? I don't think it's not gonna fit on the workbench. What is the point of the workbench if it doesn't fit a lot of the crafting things that we're trying to do? Let's make reinforced sheet of glass. This will take 20 minutes. It alone has a volume of 12.5 liters. So even if it only uses the ingredients instead of this particular volume, the volume of 4 panes of glass is too large. No, it's not though. It's not though. Panes of glass are 3 liters each. This should fit on here. Reinforced sheet of glass. Let's try one. You put it on the workbench. So it must be the ingredients volume. And it just happens that the panes of glass have a much higher volume. So there we have a sheet of reinforced. Why don't we install that so we get that off of our workbench? Install reinforced windshield. Is this what I've been thinking of the whole time, or is this maybe not even the right item? Let's find out. Arc welder. Yes, weld a windshield to your car. Of course, that's how I attach my windshield. Yes, this is the windshield that Vormithrax and other streamers I see they have. So we're gonna, I think mostly they probably pull them off of vehicles that already have them, and we're making them from scratch, which is very tedious, but you know, it's what I've got. So it is what it is. So we can make 2 more of these. We'll make another one. Of course, using the welder and whatnot from the vehicle so as to save ourselves charges and things. Go ahead and reinforce windshield. It's a huge pet peeve of mine. I just feel like, you know, you're there to entertain. Even if you're not very entertaining, you could at least make dialogue, you know, at least ask, you know, even if it's nonsense, you could just talk to your audience. It's one of the reasons I really want to do. No, that's the wrong. What am I doing? Reinforced. One of the main reasons I want to do Twitch is because I want an audience that I can interact with, you know. Not only do I think more people watch Twitch content of Cataclysm than they do YouTube content, but also I just think that once I have an audience that can ask me questions, or that I can ask them questions, or that we can have banter, or what do you think about this or that, you know, and have a little bit more interaction, I think will be really good for me. Like I know that YouTube, you know, we have comments and people do comment, but mostly people comment things that I don't really have anything to say to. Like today I got a comment from someone who just said, hey, you should get more views than you do. Like, your content is good. You should have more views. And, like, what do I say to that? Like, hell yeah, brother. Like, what? Like, no. Like, what do I say to that? You know, I appreciate the comment. I appreciate knowing that somebody values what I'm doing and enjoys the content. But, like, they're not really looking for a response, you know. I don't know what to say to that. And then add to that, you know, YouTube often doesn't even show me comments. Like, I'll go back to a video a few weeks later to pull the tags or something on it, or to change the end card. And like, I'll go back and I'll see I have comments, and it's like YouTube never told me I had comments on those videos. And so I never had the opportunity to respond to them. So, and I think on Twitch it's live, so it's like a much more conversational type thing. And I watch other people, like I often bring up Northern Lion. He probably is my favorite YouTuber / Twitch person. And he interacts with his audience, you know, when he's recording. You know, they ask him questions, or they have inside jokes and things like that. That's what I want, you know. I know it's silly to be 31 and think like, man, I really want to be, you know, a video game person. But like, I really do. I think there are very few things that have engaged me in my life. Like, I excel at nothing. I'm pretty good at most everything, but I'm not truly exceptional at anything. And so I've always lacked direction, and like, I really enjoy talking, and I enjoy playing video games, and I think that I can be, in certain situations, I can be pretty funny and pretty clever and pretty enjoyable. And I think that just gets better and better with an audience. We're running out of wires again. We're going to go grab the crowbar again. Yes, grab the crowbar. We are churning through these wires, but I guess we don't necessarily need them for anything else at the moment. We do have a telescopic crane already, which is the main thing I always need wires for. So I think we're okay. And I do think there's another chain. There is, by the pool, there's a chain link fence. Please break. Thank you. And we'll haul all this over there. We'll take the scrap metal as well, just in case we need stuff for forging. We ought to maybe look at getting a better weapon as well. We do have the machete, which is pretty good. But the last playthrough I went blunt. Maybe this time we'll do something with cutting weapons. I'm still trying to avoid reach weapons. I think that they make the game a little too easy. We're going to go reinforced. Yeah, I just think, like, I know that spears are the meta or whatever. It's just, you do it all the time. You know, you play with spears over and over and over, and it's like, it's no fun to use the same weapons again and again and again. You know, you got to shake things up, in my opinion. We'll just work out here. There's no reason for us to work inside when we can't use, no, press the P button again. When we can't use the workbench anyway, we might as well just do them outside, where they're not going to clog things up. And you know what? We'll go, since we're not using the workbench, we don't need to make them in 2s anymore. We'll make 5. So is there any time benefit? 20 minutes, double? No time save at all on this one. A lot of recipes have no time saving for doing them bulk, and I don't know why. Some of them, you would think, like if you're working on panes of glass that you're, based on the recipe, we're gluing wires to panes of glass, you would think that you would get into a rhythm with it and it would get easier and faster. The more that you were doing in consecutive order. What's the word I'm looking is concession? It's not concession. The more you do one after the other, the slower, the faster you're going to get, which it just seems like we should be getting time savings. And of course we're not. So we are making progress. We only need 2 more panes of glass, or rather we only need 2 more sheets of glass, which we may actually have the materials for. We'll need 8, and we have 8. Fantastic. We're still not tired. I really thought we would be tired. Our power looks okay, so we don't need to eat right this second. Let's go ahead and let's look at our weight real quick. We are overweight. I was worried with the fast metabolism combined with the metabolic interchange that we were going to start losing calories a little faster than I would like. But we have been eating a lot of meat products, so we have bumped up to overweight, which is just fine. And we're going to make these sheets of reinforced glass. Do these give time saves? Of course not. So we will make these 2. And there we've gotten our windshield squared away. It only took 30 minutes of our lives. And we will get these installed, of course, into the vehicle. And we're that much closer to getting out of this stupid little town, blowing this popsicle stand, and getting out of here. So let's install these bad boys. Reinforced windshield. And again, I don't even know really what the benefit of these are. I imagine that they will protect you from some amount of damage, but it's very rare that something hits me through the windshield. Like in the Apartment Rat series, a brown chick down there, eh? We may have to go investigate for where Mama Bird is and see about getting some more fresh meat. I'm not going to murder a chick, though. There's not really any meat in that. I know you can, tame animals and keep them as pets or whatever. We're not going to be doing that. I have no real interest in doing that. But this seems like a natural stopping point. So we got our windshield squared away. How about that? For now, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. I, of course, will be back with more Cataclysm content every single day of the week. And I will see you in the next episode.